Last night, the NBA announced the starters for the 2022 NBA All-Star Game. In the Eastern Conference, Kevin Durant was voted captain alongside Giannis Antetokounmpo, Joel Embiid, DeMar DeRozan, and Trae Young. In the Western Conference, LeBron James was voted captain alongside Steph Curry, Nikola Jokic, Ja Morant, and controversially, Andrew Wiggins. There aren't many arguments you can make about the Eastern Conference starters, but the fact that Andrew Wiggins was voted a starter in the Western Conference has a lot of people upset. What's up, guys? Welcome to Ensign Hoops, the #1 source for basketball players with connections to the state of Utah. In today's video, we're going to talk about the All-Star voting process, whether there needs to be changes, and whether Andrew Wiggins should actually be an All-Star starter. Currently, for deciding starters in the All-Star Game, fans make up 50% of the vote, media makes up 25% of the vote, and the players make up the remaining 25%. This year, because of the fan vote, Andrew Wiggins was voted into the last frontcourt spot in the Western Conference over players like Rudy Gobert, Draymond Green, and Karl-Anthony Towns, who many people think are more deserving of the spot than Andrew Wiggins. Additionally, because there are only 2 guard votes allowed in each conference, Andrew Wiggins was voted a starter over guards like Luka Doncic, Chris Paul, Donovan Mitchell, and Devin Booker, among others. Now, in my opinion, Andrew Wiggins should not be an All-Star starter this year. I absolutely respect the season he is having and the work that he has put in, but the fact of the matter is, he's just not better than any of those 7 players that I just named. Furthermore, because Wiggins likely would not have been selected as a reserve, that means that someone who is more deserving is going to get left out of the All-Star Game. Now, at the end of the day, is it really such a big deal that Wiggins was voted a starter? Well, I think that depends on what the point of the All-Star Game is. From the league's perspective, I think they view All-Star Weekend as a way to showcase the league's best talent to the world. In short, it's a marketing event. So, from that point of view, the league wants to make sure that the best players are there so that the fans are happy and also so that their advertisers are happy. If the fans are happy, more people will watch, and that means more advertising revenue. That's part of the reason why they allow the fans to vote. They want the fans to have some of the say in who starts in the game. But that's not the only reason. I think the NBA purposely weights the fan vote more than the media and player votes because then they get to capitalize on tons of free publicity from the millions of social media posts. All that is to say that the main thing the NBA cares about in this situation is money. I also think that the league doesn't mind having tons of discourse on Twitter, on Reddit, and on other social media sites immediately following the All-Star voting, especially in this case where there was a pretty controversial pick. As long as people still watch the All-Star Game, they like the publicity, in my opinion. Now, from the player's point of view, getting selected to the All-Star Game is a nice recognition for how a player is playing in a particular season. It's a reward. It's validation. I don't think that players really care that much whether they're a starter or a reserve, but if they're left off the roster completely, then that is a different story. Many players have incentives and bonuses written into their contracts for making the All-Star Game. This is where the fan vote becomes a little bit problematic. Let's say that Karl-Anthony Towns gets a $1 million bonus for being selected to the All-Star Game and would have been selected, but was not, because the fans voted in Wiggins as a starter. Now, Karl-Anthony Towns will not get his $1 million bonus that he should have received. This whole Andrew Wiggins situation reminds me a lot of what happened with Zaza Pachulia a few years back.
All right, hold on to your chair. Because I want to show you the Western Conference.
If you didn't like Dwayne getting in.
Oh,
no. Yes, sir. No.
If you remember, Zaza received so many votes from his fans back in his home country of Georgia and also from the Warriors fans that he was almost voted a starter in 2017. In order to try and prevent something like that from happening again, Adam Silver actually changed the All-Star voting rules to what they are now. And up until this point, there hasn't been any issues. As far as whether the All-Star voting rules should be changed, I'm not really sure. Personally, I think the only reason that the fan vote is included and that the NBA would want to continue including the fan vote is for marketing purposes. But If Adam Silver wants all of the most qualified players to be in the All-Star game, he should leave the voting up to the media, the players, and the coaches, because fans are just too biased. What do you think? Should the NBA change the All-Star voting rules? Should fans be allowed to vote? Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and stay tuned for more content like this. Alright, see you guys in the next video.